At about 1:40 on Friday morning, Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, stood behind a lectern in the U.S. Senate, his left hand in his pocket, and said, "So, Mr. President, this is clearly a disappointing moment." A few minutes earlier, the Senate had narrowly voted down a so-called skinny repeal bill, which was McConnell's latest ploy to keep alive the Republican Party's 7.5-year effort to dismantle the Affordable Care Act. The bill would have eliminated some parts of Obamacare, including the individual mandate. Perhaps more importantly, its passage would have tossed the ball to a House-Senate Conference Committee, where a more comprehensive demolition plan could have been worked up. The historic vote was 51-49 against the bill, with 3 Republican senators joining the Democrats in opposing it. 2 of the GOP dissidents were Maine's Susan Collins and Alaska's Lisa Murkowski. Both of them had bravely resisted their party's previous efforts to pass damaging health care bills. The other Republican no vote was cast by the cancer-stricken John McCain, of Arizona, who, in an astonishing piece of political drama, helped deliver a monumental blow to his party's leadership and to President Trump, who once mocked and grievously insulted him. Shortly before the vote was taken, CSPAN's cameras showed McCain engaged in warm conversations with a group of Democrats. He also had some seemingly frostier exchanges with some of his Republican colleagues. At one point, McConnell walked by McCain and the two men appeared to ignore each other. Shortly before the vote, Vice President Mike Pence, who was in the room to break a tie in case of a 50-50 vote, left the chamber. When the roll call vote was taken and McCain's name was called out, he gave a thumbs-down sign and said, "No." Democrats cheered and applauded. Skinny repeal had been McConnell's fallback strategy. During the previous couple of weeks, the Senate had already rejected a bill that would have replaced Obamacare and another that would have repealed it without providing any replacement. On Friday morning, the Senate Majority Leader acknowledged that the jig was up. Referring to Democratic efforts to stymie the Republican repeal push, he said, "I regret to say they have succeeded in that effort. So, now I think it is appropriate to ask, what are their ideas? It will be interesting to see what they suggest as the way forward." McConnell posed the question more out of pique than because the spirit of co.